I grew up riding mini bikes, dirt bikes, had my motorcycle license permit whenever I got my driver's license. So been riding since I could.
I started riding when I was 10. I started with a little Honda 50 my father bought me. My brother and I rode that. Went to 125, a little bit bigger, and then ever since then I was always riding on the back of the bikes. I always loved the freedom of just being on the back, even on the back of the bike. It just felt good.
A biker's always riding out of town, always riding with the fellas, and always enjoying the wonderful highways and the people on the highways, and it just gives you freedom.
Bikers, I guess people try to say, are like more like in a gang or leather or whatnot, but I mean, I've got leathers too. I mean, we're all the same. So it's just a matter of how you want to classify yourself. I think you find a lot of motorcyclists more as for sport, maybe. The motocross riders, that type of thing, is more of a sport.
A whole lot of females ride. You don't see too many doubles no more. All of them got their own bike.
I just decided, I was like, that's it. I'm tired of being the one on the back. I'm going to own up and get my own. And I bought me a Honda 600 was my first one. And now this is the 1000RR, which is a little bit more power.
Everybody got different opinion about different bikes. And it's all what they want. And they're all going to drive about Harley, all going to drive about BMW.
You know, the popular motorcycle is a Harley Davidson. Some people think if you're not riding a Harley, you're not riding a motorcycle. I don't know, I'm torn on that, even though I have a Harley. You know, dress-wise, any t-shirt I've bought that has Harley Davidson on it, I've rode my motorcycle there.
6 years ago, I started riding on street bikes, which we consider this a street bike. I think you get the fact that you get those cruisers in there, and that's what they're there to enjoy the scenery, a lot more long distance rides. I got friends that go all the way across the country. I got some friends going to Alaska, and they're not going to be doing it on this bike, this type of bike anyway.
I ride with a club called Four Horsemen. I know most of them, they was coming up. And now I'm an old man with them. They call me old man.
Well, probably the most common get-together is bike nights. Different venues around town will have a bike night. Tuesday night, Kingfisher and Jeff has a bike night.
And it's more peaceful too, and everybody getting along. Matter of fact, I have a friend named Tom. He's a Christian bike rider, and he hang around with all the clubs, and he's a good man. He come by and see me every now and then. But other than that, it's a sport that, it's a nice sport, but it also is dangerous too.
I don't care if I'm going down to the grocery to grab something, I wear my helmet at all times. Jacket sometimes not, but I'm a big stickler with the lid because that'll save your life. I've got stickers on mine that even tell people do not remove my helmet until EMS arrives.
Safety tips, there's a lot of talk about helmets, no helmet, helmet laws. I'm the type of person, it's personal preference. If I want to wear a helmet or not, it's up to me. It's, you know, it's my safety. No one else needs to worry about that.
There are some like that. I was too. But when you fall a couple times and hit a car head on sometimes, it really saves your life.
Well, and I always tell my friends, always look twice. You never know how fast we're going. I've got two different, you know, I have my brights on at all time, but you see bright lights coming at you. You don't know how fast I'm coming. I could be doing the speed limit. I could be doing 10, 15 over the speed limit. You don't know. So I always tell my friends to look twice. We're trying to watch out for you. So just more respect, you know.
I mean, a weekend warrior could be a lawyer, could be a doctor that rides the occasional poker run or a little group bike together, and hardcore rider. You know, it's you have your different gangs, and you know, they're not really gangs, I would say, anymore. But if you would have to classify as gangs, that would be a hardcore rider to me.
You know, I've told anybody that's looking to get into this to start out small.
Don't start expensive. Get a cheap, inexpensive motorcycle. Ride by yourself. Don't ride in a group until you're well versed in motorcycle riding, and ride a lot.
I would go to school. learn how to handle the bike, and then get your bike that you like. And that way, you get familiar with your own bike, and you be okay. My favorite moment when I be on the open highway and hit that 6th gear and just lay back, put your feet on the peg, just lay back and watch the highway and just roll.
Well, you're in full control. I mean, you don't have 4 walls to consume. Yes, 4 walls in a car, great, because you got extra protection. But I know this bike's going to move the way I want it to, how I want it to, and it's just that freedom of having, I wear a helmet, but I still get wind in my face, and it's just hard, until you do it, it's hard to describe it. So
there's something about riding motorcycles. It's air blowing through your hair, the freedom of being out on the road. I don't know, it's hard to explain sometimes. Maybe it's a little bit of the danger, maybe it's a little bit of the fear or the coolness, I guess, but if I have a stressful day and getting out riding and just out where you've never been before, and just it's relaxing.